Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good e. Hello. 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 Oh, it's working. Okay. Good evening. Hello, and welcome to another Tuesday and another Antillian Mysteries. I am your Dungeon Master, Daniel Me. Indeed. Okay. For some reason, stupid OBS is lying to me. But it's fine. We are here. We are back. We are live. We are ready for some shenanigans. We have our players, most of already. We have our game ready to go. So, hello and good evening.
Hey, Dan.
I'm okay. How are you? Sorry, for some reason, OBS wanted to lie to me and said, no, there's no audio. There's no audio. What are you talking about?
That's weird.
Oh, because we can hear you.
Indeed, does say.
I mean, like on stream.
Tyler yesterday about it actually being online or not.
OBS is silly. Indeed. Well, good evening, everybody. Aiden, Shauna, Erin, Sarah.
Hello.
Hello,
Dayton.
Governor. Oof.
Sorry, Sarah. One more time. Just
I said, hello, Governor.
I like it.
It's actually quite good.
I'm
Really?
impressed.
Yeah. Although
I'm
it's very Dick Van Dykean.
Oh,
you
yeah,
should go for like all right. You should go for a bit of all right.
All
Try a bit
right.
of that.
Is that a little bit better?
Bit of
What's
all right.
going on?
Dick Van Dyke,
Washer.
the Australian person.
Oh, wait, Chorna. What was that
Yeah.
weird phrase you said yesterday?
Oh, higgledy piggledy.
Yeah, that one.
It's all gone a
Higgledy-piggledy.
little bit higgledy piggledy.
It's all gone a little bit weird, isn't it?
A little bit of leery, a little bit where.
A little bit weird, a little bit of a geezer.
Please stop asking my wife to speak like this.
Wow, Archer's knocking everything over because we're not paying attention to him.
Good times. Good times.
Like everything.
What Pokeball? Do you not get the email that goes live that says a wild Dan has escaped? Or wild Dan has appeared. Please use Pokeball in the chat to try and catch him. But yes, no. So we are here on another Tuesday.
Yeah, just give me 1 sec. I just need to go and appease the cat. I shall.
Not a problem. So yes, we are all ready. So yeah, how have we been since last week?
I have a quick question.
Yeah, go for it.
Surely Sarah Kabam shouldn't be part of the D.
What?
She paid her dues and she's in.
But
What?
I want to say things.
The D
Come on,
stands. The
guys.
D stands for deity. It's
Then
it's
what-
an
No, it
open-ended
doesn't,
club.
Dan.
It's an
Silly.
open-ended club.
So you're saying I shouldn't be in it then too?
Possibly. I mean, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I've already
I
been
will
in it
point
for
out
11
that, you know,
months.
sort of
can't
like-
stop me.
Can't
I
stop
know what
her
the D
now.
really stands for, Dan.
It stands for Dan.
Hmm.
That's not what you said before. Okay, just kidding. Moving on.
Gosh. At least it's not like the first episode where you in chat put what you think the D means.
I mean, do we have to ask, really? Oh my god, Aiden! Wait, that's it. I'm banning him.
But 8 doesn't equal D. 8
I
certainly
can't
doesn't
do it
equal
because
D.
he's a moderator.
Yeah, it's fine.
GB,
Your
if
next
you're
really
watching,
long
I'm
face.
sorry I brought you into this.
Haha.
Can't talk for 10 minutes now.
Yeah, and you're not a mod either now, Aiden.
I pressed buttons. I made things happen. So yes. Shazam. That's better. Let's get my mug
You
off,
just got a new sub
for
from
this one.
Jobby!
Bye.
Jobby just subbed! Jobster!
Thank you very much, Mr. Jubster. You're very kind. And also, good evening. What the hell are you doing awake at this time of day? Grateful. So, last we met. Let's have some generic background. There we go.
Is Aiden going to join Roll 20?
Is Aiden going to join Roll20? That is a very good question.
Apologies coming on.
No worries. So, last we met, you guys had travelled from Cotherton west along the south end of the Brisbane Forest, avoiding an owlbear which had been stalking you across the forest edge. You came across the town of Niolur, where you stopped on your way to Cunthor overnight, through the storm, which was rather harsh, on your horses and pony, Pat and Poke. You came across an inn called the Doom's Rest, where you met Miridan, the barkeep, along with a couple of the regulars. Discovered that the town of Niolur was essentially founded as a refugee camp from Cunthor, trying to escape the Cunthor Doom, which is a curse that befell the town of Cunthor, where various residents were found dead in the streets, seemingly of no cause whatsoever. We find ourselves in the morning. The storm has somewhat passed. You are in the Doom's Rest. Irid had reappeared to travel with you, only to unfortunately disappear into the seamed locket that he's trapped in.
Which only Quinn experienced.
Indeed. So we find ourselves in the morning. We find ourselves within the Doom's Rest.
So is this part of his curse that he randomly gets retransmogrified into the necklace from time to time?
So you believe?
Don't know.
I understand the real world reason for it, but okay, so we still don't know exactly
No.
why.
No.
Okay, cool.
Still not sure. Well, yeah, so we find ourselves inside the Doom's Rest in the morning. What would you like to do?
Adventure. Mystery.
Wow.
So, how's
Both good answers.
I guess Tara's like downstairs, and she's already kind of woken up quite early at the stroke of like the first sign of daylight,
Mhm.
and she's sitting down with a boiled egg because she's decided she's going to try and stay as safe as possible from any meat and stuff that's being served by what was our host's name? Oh gosh, it was. Hold on a sec. Got his name here, Meridan. That's it, and
Yes.
Greg Murr. So she's having like this boiled egg, and when she sees, if she spots, what's his face? Oh, what's the character's name, Aidan? I forgot already. What the heck? Jack. She's gonna be like, all right, Jack, did you sleep well? You didn't have like an upset tummy or anything last night?
My stomach is made of sterner stuff than that.
Yep. Jack is fairly healthy. I mean, the meat might have been somewhat special, and somewhat interestingly cured, but no, Jack's constitution is mostly fine. I am not clicking a pen. No, that would be the sound of a fire.
Oh my god, I thought that was a pen this whole time.
You've never heard? Come
Me too,
on,
it's been
Sarah.
triggering the poop
That
out
would
of
be
me.
a
I'm
that would be a
from
crackling
Florida,
fire.
okay.
The sound of a crackling fire in the morning, and it's a rather chilly morning. Sort of like you
It is.
as you gather downstairs, sort of like the Doom's Rest itself isn't a fantastically constructed building. This whole sort of like area being almost like a posh shanty town is the best to describe it. You can feel sort of like the fresh morning air sort of like creeping in. The storm obviously having cleared a lot of the sort of like humidity of the forest area.
Okay. I guess I don't know where Vistra or Quinn are, or Irid for that matter. Tara's like waiting for them to come down. She would have probably gone out and checked on Poke and Pat as well, and just made sure that they were intact. Are they?
Make a perception check.
Oh Lord. Okay. Let's see. My perception is plus. I think. I got a 10.
Okay. Nosing out over the back of the Doom's Rest, sort of like you see Pat and Poke where they were tethered, both alive, both well.
Okay, that's
sort of
good.
like both sort of like just kind of like just patting their hooves and sort of like they see you coming and.
Okay. I guess since I can't see any of the rest of the group, I don't know if Vistra, Irid, or Quinn are awake. I mean, I guess I've seen Jack and I've spoken to him, so Tara's going to step outside and basically tend to the pony and horse and make sure that they're fed and watered. And all.
That's fine. So we move out to the back of the Doom's Rest. Where's my? There it is. Pad tracking how many days food you've used so far. We're on the third day of 10. So yeah, just no, so mind you notice you've got about a week's worth of food left for them.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of that, I think.
Fantastic. Pat the pony and Poke the horse.
I missed that, sorry.
you've got about 7 days worth of food left for them, supplies
Okay,
left for
cool.
them that you'd purchase, sort of like, decent food and tendings rather than just
Okay, I just
letting them eat
changed
the
my-
grass nearby, which is kind of like they'll snack at it, but it's not proper food. Quinn and Vistra, what are you doing at this moment?
You still in the room?
Are you having a
We
sleep?
can be.
You mentioned
Oh, wait.
you mentioned that you could try to fix my sorry that got ripped when Irid suddenly
Yeah.
do any good at sewing things, or should I just wait?
How do you feel about it being fixed with like herbs and grass?
I will wait.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I mean, I can make it look attached.
I'm sure it's good enough.
My mom
if
taught
I need
me.
to perform. I can use some of my jewelry and make it look fine. But otherwise, I
You
can
sure?
wait. I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go downstairs and join. Well, I guess no one's really down there. Is Jack down there?
Yeah, Jack's down there.
Yes, I am.
I'll go downstairs, but I won't sit with Jack.
Why not?
You don't brush your teeth in the morning.
Wow.
Ooh. Okay. I'm going to fold up my sari, because I kind of don't want it to get destroyed any more than it is right now, in case I need to perform. So right now, Quinn's just sporting pretty much her long, dark gray monk pants and her long sleeve, close fit crop top, and is sporting a really nice, defined set of six-pack abs.
Echoing
Nice.
real life.
She
Nice,
has the necklace back around her neck, but not underneath anything this time. She's figured, okay, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. He's not gonna destroy anything more. So, and she's gonna head down.
Okay, no problem.
Question.
Yes.
When Irid popped out of the necklace, did the necklace disappear altogether?
It did. It
I
did.
think there's like
Cool.
a faint kind of like outline of it left on.
Yeah, there's almost like kind of
clothes.
like a residual, sort of like almost like semi-burn, sort of like where the magic was kind of like sat at the time.
Interesting.
Did it eventually go away? That kind of
It
residual
did, yeah,
stuff?
yeah. It wasn't kind of like, it wasn't permanent, but I'd say it kind of left a bit of a mark from its transition. Okay, so Miridan is downstairs, sort of tending to your breakfast needs. He doesn't look like he slept much. The place also looks a little bit cleaner than it was the night before. Almost like he's not used to guests, and he's kind of gone, oh crap, and tied up everything he can as best he can. It is just Miridan and yourselves at the moment. You hear a bit of a commotion outside. You sort of like hear sort of like what appears to be sort of like almost like a bit of a scream. Terry, you being outside and behind the dunes, sort of like hear it clearest. And sort of like it starts as like just a singular voice, and then sort of like a couple of voices, and it seems to be coming from the other side of the street. Seems to be coming from sort of from this area here.
Okay, so on the other side of the square.
Yes, on the other side of the.
And she's kind of
square.
here at the moment where the horses were.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
You guys inside, so you hear an anguished cry, and one of the voices you recognise as Gregmere from the night before.
Ooh. Okay. So I guess. Oh, there's something over there.
I think it's
Sorry,
just
no, I was
working
just
out
moving
pinging.
around the map.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess Tara, she would have checked in on the horses already. She'll kind of walk out to the front of the inn the Doom's Rest, and kind of, I guess, from that distance, try and peer out and see what she can make out across the square. Is that an elevated square, by the way, like, or is it a dip?
It's not. No, it's neither. It's a change in the terrain. So it's almost like a like sort of that's the best way to describe it. It's almost like sort of like a parade ground in terms of like it's
Got
sort
it.
of like it's
Yeah.
just different terrain.
Sure, it's a bit
Nothing
more
else.
worn down, maybe some
Yeah.
gravel.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So what can she make out from that distance?
Perception check.
Alrighty, perception is again +5. 1 sec. I roll so awfully.
You go to look over, and the first thing actually takes your sort of eye is actually sort of the make of the Doom's Rest itself. You sort of as you're looking over, you kind of like just glance back at the inn and go, "That's really nice wood there." You know, sort of it's quite sort of it's quite shapely. It's been shaped quite well, and you see absolutely nothing across the street. You're all
Get
of a
Vestra
sudden,
to tell you.
Yay!
all of a sudden taken by the wonderful construction of this shanty inn.
Okay, so I heard something clearly. So I guess knowing that everyone is still inside, I'd like to kind of make my way sort of across the main path, but without kind of staying equidistant between the Doom's Rest and the square. Is that okay?
That's fine. What is everyone else doing at this time?
Sure.
Are we eating down there? I've joined Vistra.
Okay, that's fine. So you would have
I'm
heard
sat by myself.
So you would have heard the commotion from inside the inn.
Have we eaten that already at this point, or are we like in the middle of eating?
You've been eating.
I'm going to yell over to Jack to get Irid and meet us outside, and I'm going to grab Quinn. And just, it being a height difference, if I pull her down when I run out the door, it's going to cause her to like bend, but I'm going to like kind of drag her out. It's
Say, how tall are you?
not tall at all.
I mean, it'll be a good
Dwarf
view
height.
for you, if nothing else.
Well, she's kind of
Lol.
like covered that right there, but yeah.
So-
Quinn's just gonna let it go because she heard Vistra.
So I'm looking for Irid.
Okay, that's fine.
But Irid's the necklace is clearly visible still on her neck. It's not like she's trying
Oh,
to
okay.
hide
So
it.
we.
I don't know. Did you notice?
Perception check, Jack.
This is going to be lovely.
Oh god. Okay, this is my first time using this thing.
Hey,
Wow. Okay.
-2.
Jack has
Jack's
not spotted
smart.
the necklace, and it is currently sort of like running back up the inn stairs to try and see where Irid is. Vistra is dragging Quinn, so you all get outside. Tara is halfway across the road already by the time you exit the Doom's Rest itself. What you see across the way, getting closer now, is easier for you to see, Tara. You notice Gregmere and two other figures over by the far side of the parade ground. Gregmere sort of like stooped over one of the figures lying on the floor, and the other one sort of like looking around, sort of like hands in his hair, sort of like just looking around, not quite sure what to do, looking very, very panicked.
Okay, I guess Tara is gonna, because she's quite familiar with Greg Mayer, and having had that conversation with him last night, kind of felt like they built a little bit of a bond there, and she just kind of calls out, it's like, Greg Mayer, what's going on over there?
Gregmere looks up. You can see as you approach, sort of, there seems to be sort of like tears in his eyes. He just looks shaking his head and just goes, the doom has fallen here. And
What? And at this point, I guess Tara's walking closer towards the square, because she can, I guess she would have noticed that the others had come out. So I guess at this point, she's kind of stalked her way across the square itself.
Not a problem. You get across the square and and you notice that the figure on the floor is Generous from the night before.
Oh, it's who from the night before?
Generous.
Why don't I remember that name?
His helper who set up our bedrooms and stuff, isn't it? Or
I thought it was Meridan Bregmere.
And
And there was
Generous.
Gunther. Okay, oh my god, sorry.
So,
Is that
so he was the guy that set up the rooms?
Currently lying on the floor, not moving.
Okay.
The person with them is a human female, middle aged, sort of like blonde hair, fairly short bob, wearing similarly sort of fairly raggedy clothes like pretty much everyone else in Niolur is.
Can I tell how what did you say his name was? Generous? Generous.
Mhm.
I can't get his name right. Can you just type it?
Like Jenner?
Generous. Oh right, okay, Generous. Got it.
Yeah.
So he's on the floor. Is it possible for me to see how he's been injured or how is he unconscious? Is he dead?
Make a medicine check.
Make a perception check.
Medicine check.
Medicine check. Okay, sorry.
At this point, I'm gonna kind of approach.
What? No,
slowly.
hold on. That's
what
wrong.
did
That's
you
wrong.
just do?
He's alive again, guys!
Plus 53 seems wrong.
It is. Hold on a sec.
That
Hold
seems
on.
legit.
Medicine was 3.
Oh,
That's even worse.
why are these D20s rolling so low?
Because I have
you
the
gotta roll.
worst rolls in my life. I got a 3. I could have actually killed.
I wanted
That's
to just
fine.
kill him.
Looking at Generous, you can tell sort of like that Generous has expired. Generous is dead.
Oh no,
There doesn't
guys!
seem to-
I think
you
someone's
don't seem
dead.
to have any sort of like clue as to what has gone on other than that.
Guys,
He's like dead.
he's dead. I mean, I think he is.
Oh, he'd be.
He's not
So
moving.
Vistra and I have gotten up to him at this point? Or...
Listen, I have short legs. They're not that short though.
Okay.
So just excuse me for one moment, sorry.
No worries.
Jeez, like, oh,
Are we still live? Can they still
Yeah,
hear
we're
us on
still
stream?
JV still can hear us.
Yay! Oh, he did. Yeah, exactly.
Say, did a baby awake?
Oh no, the bebe. Or it could be the cat knocking stuff over. He's got a cat too.
That fire's still going.
Yeah. But it's a really nicely made inn, so it probably is fine.
I honestly thought that was someone clicking a pen this whole time.
Too.
Have you been
Oh,
around?
Oh,
the
you did
real-
too?
I didn't.
No.
Aw.
Okay, don't. I mean, I have, but like, yeah. I'm in Florida, dude. It's like, I don't know. Let me convert this Celsius.
We're so bad that we leave a fake fireplace playing on our large TV, so
Oh my
it
God.
keeps Archer quiet because he will actually sit in front of the giant TV with the fireplace roaring. So we've been listening to this fake fireplace for the last week.
My apologies.
It's okay. I'm just gonna ask Sarah quick. Where did you grab me?
I just like grabbed you like by the arm and like pulled you down
by the
to
arm.
walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Frog marching you out of the inn.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm like yelling back, guys, I think someone, yeah, I think he's dead. He's not moving. He's definitely not alive.
Dead or mostly dead.
I guess. Yeah, someone else do that.
Princess Bride reference.
I will. Can I like check for vitals and stuff like that?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
21.
21.
See, compared to my 4, I mean,
Looking at Janus, you can tell that Janus is dead. has expired. You could probably work out it's actually been dead for a few hours. There doesn't seem to be any injury. There doesn't seem to be any discoloration. You do see sort of like actually out the sort of like from the corner of the mouth, given decent roll. There does seem to be almost like a bit of a very faint greenish fluid. Just in the corner of the mouth.
Puke?
No, it's got a
Name was generous, not puke.
Oh my god.
I would say, is Jack with us yet?
No, I don't know.
Did Jack off in the wrong direction?
I'm
Where
still.
did he go?
Jack's
I've
currently
now
looking for
ventured
it,
into
yeah.
the loft of the Doom's Rest.
You're just shouting out puke, puke, puke. Could that be our next
yeah.
donkey? The name of
Can I
our
just
donkey?
raise something?
Yes, go for it.
Dan, were you making hints about something by pointing out the quality of the Doom's Rest Inn? Is it inordinately well put together compared to the rest of this place? Is it weird that it looks that good, or was it we just giving us an observation of what it looks like?
It's more an observation of what it looks like for the fact that Tara rolled a
cool.
natural
Check.
1.
LOL.
Is Jack actually in the loft?
Jack, no, there isn't really a loft. If Jack's in the loft, Jack's on the roof.
Okay.
Jack's on
But
the
no,
roof, sitting there eating some more of last night's meat that's gone cold.
Which side of the roof?
Not within arrow shooting distance, Erin.
I'm not the one that shoots arrows.
No, Jack is currently looking for Irid. You look through both rooms and see absolutely no sign, and seem very confused. And just wander
We
back
gotta
down,
pull
sort of
that
like not quite sure where Irid's gone and how he's managed to sneak past you, being a giant
Rest
sparkly
assured that
dragonborn.
when
No
when
one
Jack
asked.
does finally see that it's the necklace, he will act like he knew that was the case. Or
How is that different from real life, Aiden?
I like it. So yeah. Well, yes. So yes.
Dan,
So yeah.
get yourself a drink. You yawning.
No, I just yeah. Let's just say I had to step away because I wasn't that well.
Aww.
Indeed, it's fine. It's fine. We'll carry on for as long as I can. We just might cut tonight's game a little bit shorter than normal. So where were we? We were at.
So we're
In the sky.
most of us are in the square, yeah, and
Yes.
what green fluid around the corner of the mouth that Vistra has spotted.
Yes.
Does Vistra
that's it.
relate?
Well, I'm gonna, as gross as this is, I'm gonna poke the fluid and kind of like rub it between my finger and thumb. I'm sorry.
Vistra.
Okay.
Do not taste that like you've tasted the wood.
No, I will not eat it.
Okay, thank you.
No. You poke it. It seems a viscous fluid. It's you can tell it's not particularly bodily. It does seem like something that has been ingested. Make
If I smell
a
it, what does it smell like? Oh,
make a Constitution saving throw.
Wow.
no.
You said Constitution.
13.
So
13.
you said Constitution saving throw. How
Yes.
does one do
So
that?
it'd be a D20 plus whatever your modifier is.
Okay.
The where your skills are, there's a box above that which has your saving
Yeah, I
throws.
see that.
Yeah,
So
cool.
mine's +2. Okay.
Yeah. So you start to feel your hands sort of like your fingers where you poked it, sort of like you rub it between, sort of like go almost like the tips go a little bit numb. You manage to just sort of like shake it off and sort of like you realise at that point that this is a fairly strong poison.
Oh, good thing I'm resistant to poison.
Holy wow.
So I'm gonna.
So what is it, Vistra? What is that? What have you got there on your hand?
This is, pardon my French, no bueno. Someone
Very good
poisoned
French.
him. It's fluent. This guy was poisoned. We've got a murder mystery on our hands.
Gregmere looks up. Poisoned. He's cursed. The doom's followed us from Gunther.
If by that you mean poison, then yes.
Okay, hold on, Vistra, hold on. Sorry, ma'am, who are you? Are you the boy's mum?
The lady looks at you and just kind of like still sort of like looking at a little bit in shock. I'm Pizira, Generous's wife.
You're his wife. Oh, I'm so sorry. Pizira?
Pizira.
Pizira, okay. Did you when did you last see him? Where did he go? Did he say he was going somewhere?
Last night in our house. Came home
Ooh.
and I woke up this morning and he was here.
And where were you last night?
Sleeping. I've just lost my
Vistra,
husband.
come on. I don't think Pizira did anything to her husband. But
I want you to think.
Meridan, can I pull you to one side and have a chat with you?
Miradam's inside in the Doom's Restal.
Oh, is it Gregmere? Sorry,
Gregmere,
Gregmere.
yeah.
Yeah, Gregmere, can I pull you to one side and have a chat with you quick?
Reluctantly leaves his friend aside and says, what?
Well, I can see that you're really, really upset by this, but you know, what do you think happened? How did you find Generous on the floor there? And was his wife already here? What did you see happen?
This is exactly the same as it happened in Gunther. All the bodies just found in the street. No seeming cause of death. It's identical.
Well, I mean, it sounds like my friend Vistra over there thinks that it could be poison. Could there be? What would anyone have any reason to poison Generous?
No. There's so few of us left. There'd be no pointless to try and poison anyone. And that is really annoying, Seagull. Go away.
Yeah, I was like suddenly looking overhead, like, the birds are
Seagulls this
getting
early?
close.
Suddenly an arrow shoots out and
Wait, hold on. Did Jack like drop all of his breadcrumbs outside by accident? Where is Jack?
You look back at Jack and see Seagull poop on his head.
Not a worry.
He's secretly collecting like hair gel.
Indeed. Yeah. Mate, actually, yeah. Okay, cool.
Ooh, I see a tie there who's entered. Can I know that I did a. Okay, can I just ask Gregma one more thing? It's like, Gregma, look, you know, I understand this is a shock and this is really terrifying. You're seeing this happen again in your small village after you're trying to get away from whatever happened in Gunther. But you know, we might be able to help you. You know, we're strangers. We might spot something unusual. Did you see anyone near? You know, anyone else come into town other than us yesterday? Or you know, maybe. Oh, sorry, maybe Generous's wife saw someone come over.
There was no one. We don't get travellers in this area. Nobody comes
But
this
we
way
were here.
at all. And it is at that moment that Quinn, you feel sort of like that familiar vibration on your chest.
am I like away enough from, because I haven't really like investigated anything, am I away enough that when he pops out he's not gonna like maybe accidentally land on this dead body?
He Irid does bamf into existence in the plane. He's not on the dead body. No, he's nearby, and Prezara and Gregmere do sort of like suddenly almost like jump back and sort of like almost like, you know, recoil, sort of like wondering what the hell's going on, as this dragonborn, beautifully coloured dragonborn, appears again on the floor, sort of like kneeling and kind of like just panting a little bit with the exertion of having broken out of his plane.
Quinn is going to pull a Vistra and grab him wherever she literally can get a good hold and pull him away from this, because she knows he's going to have questions like last time. And it's probably not a good thing that we're suddenly kind of infringing on a dead body with a woman that's crying over her dead husband.
I don't see how that'd be a problem.
Good evening, Irid.
Sorry, what was that? I just heard Irid.
I said good evening.
Yes.
I'm grabbing you by wherever I can get a good hold, and I'm pulling you away from the scene right now, because I know you're going to probably have questions after
Okay.
bamfing in and out. And yeah, we just ran across a dead body, so
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for you, Irid, it's literally been sort of like, it almost seems like mere seconds since sort of like, you know, the last time that you sort of like bamfed out the night before, although you aren't aware how much time's passed. The last thing you remember, you were talking to Quinn, and now you're in the town square with a dead body.
Interesting. So yeah, I'm just gonna I'll let Quinn like drag me out because I don't know what's going on.
I'm going to drag him back towards the end, because I feel like that's going to be maybe like, out of the whole incident
Mhm.
going on.
Not worry. Jack, what are you doing? Having sort of like, you know, come out of Doom's Rest and sort of like you now see Irid in front
Why
of
is
you.
Aaron laughing already?
Do you know it's actually really close to real life what Jack is doing?
What?
Okay, so is Jack coming out while I'm dragging Irid back into Sparkles back into the inn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going over to Quinn to find out what the commotion is about.
Hey Jack, I found Irid, but you might want to go check out this dead body over there. I don't know if you're gonna know anything.
Yeah,
Okay, they
I,
might need your help.
I knew Irid was there. Yeah, totally. Okay, I'll go over and
Okay,
look at
yeah,
the
no,
dead body
he
and stare
disappeared
at
somewhere.
people.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
make an investigation
Jack,
check.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Plus naught. Awesome.
18.
Oh my god,
Aha,
that's
18.
good.
Nice.
Damn it.
Okay, so
I solved the game.
looking at the body, you sort of like you do notice sort of like that in Genesis, sort of like clenched fist, there is sort of like a slight piece of parchment poking out.
Can I clumsily and rather distastefully just walk straight over and grab the parchment out of there while his widow is standing over his body crying?
Yeah, there was. You take the parchment and it just reads, "The doom will return unless you leave."
Oh.
Can you relay that
Um,
to us?
There's a silly fortune cookie note here, guys. And I give it to Terra.
Okay, because I guess Jack can't read. Anyway, I read it out loud, maybe a little bit belligerently without realizing, and say, that what was it? The doom will return if you don't leave. Who doesn't leave? And what do they mean? The doom? And then I shut up and I realized I probably shouldn't have said that out quite so loudly because I might have started.
Gregmere and Prezara do here, being nearby. Sort of like Gregmere sort of like just shakes his head, sort of like knowingly. Prezara just cries more.
Yeah. No, I mean, it could just be aimed at us. Hey, can we like find out what kind of poison that is, Vistra? Can you? Also, I do notice that Irid is back and that Quinn's pulled him away, and she's kind of just noting that to kind of address later.
I think they like each other.
Oi.
Okay.
Wouldn't like a bright, scaly dragon character.
Kind of quirking my
Because
eyebrow.
we
like,
have backstory. No.
Definitely dig each other.
Hey, Vistra, how's about that poison?
I'm not eating it.
No, I mean, can you tell what it is? I mean, you're supposed to know nature stuff. I mean, I could probably have a look at it. But...
I'm sorry. Does poison occur in nature naturally?
Things
Yeah.
are poisonous and venomous, yes.
Shh, no one asked you.
Because you're not.
Okay, tell you what.
level.
Well, I mean, do I have I don't think I've got that much knowledge about poison.
Does it look does it seem like it would be a naturally occurring poison or toxin, or would it does it look more of the man-made? If there's a way of telling.
No.
Is it like
It's to be fair, with how little of it there is, it'd be very hard to tell. You can tell it's definitely poison. You can surmise from your medicine check that it was his cause of death. Very little else.
yeah, I can't tell you just from what I got what it is. Is there any shops or an apothecary in town?
Greg May sort of like looks at you a little bit, sort of like gone out and goes, "There's Hunters. That's the only shop that is. There's a few general supplies that Hunter herself gets from the major towns nearby, just enough to sustain us. Literally nothing else. We don't have an apothecary here. We barely have ourselves."
Okay. So I'm just thinking back to like the forest, the journey through the forest. Could we have noticed any poison berries or anything like that?
No. You didn't particularly go into the forest itself. Sort of along the road, there's a few shrubs here and there. I mean, for yourself and Vistra, sort of like from knowing the region, and sort of like having sort of like hunted in it or sort of lived in it. There's nothing that really would kind of like create a green sort of like green viscous poison at all. The Jack, one thing you notice as well, that the paper itself does seem to have been sort of like it does seem to have been torn rather hastily. It's not a kind of like a nice neat piece of parchment. It does seem to be like kind of like a ripped,
torn out of a book, or
so yeah, sort of ripped out of something.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, I've got the parchment in my hand, so I'm looking at it as well. So, if I like turn it around and kind of look at it, can I identify what kind of, document it came from?
Not really. It is just general parchment, but you can tell it is not a whole piece of parchment in itself.
So, if I look around, could there be like a notice board or a poster or something?
I'm going to.
Make a perception check, sorry. Yeah. So Vistra?
I was going to say, I'm going to kind of corral everyone around and be like, maybe we should talk about this in a more private area.
Okay, well, I've rolled an 18
nice.
perception as well.
Okay. Looking around, you don't see any posters or anything, but sort of like having a quick nose at the body, you do see footprints leading sort of like away to the west. Before the footprints themselves seemingly disappear.
Okay, cool. Do you need to step away, Dan?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so footprints. I've seen some footprints, so I'm happy for everyone to kind of gather around Irid and Quinn, but I guess as a ranger I'd be quite good at tracking, so I'd like to investigate the footprints, please.
No
and
problem.
maybe take Jack with me, because he tends to have some useful knickknacks and tools and things.
No problem. Irid and Quinn at this present time, what are you doing?
I'm not
So-
gonna drag you into the inn. I feel like we probably kind of go off to the side, and 'cause it seems like either everyone's over there checking out what seems like a murder.
Where are
And
we exactly? We're in the town square?
We were in the town square, and then over. Now heading towards the Doom's Rest. To try to just
And
kind of- yeah.
the footprints are going off in this direction, so they're going westward.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't even know about the
So-
footprints, so.
You just, at one point suddenly disappeared in the inn and then
Yeah.
reappeared.
Okay.
Okay, we're at the Doom's, kind of right outside the Doom's Rest, maybe off to the side.
Like around the corner,
Close
not
to
by
Pat
the
and
main door.
Poke. Because they're around the back, correct?
Yep,
I
correct.
think so.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've dragged him over toward by Pat and Poke. And before he even says anything, I'm just going to kind of do one of those like kind of fist slams into his chest,
Okay.
and just kind of like in frustration after what
I am
happened.
wearing chainmail.
I
So
know.
you're...
It's not like meant to like hurt you, it's just in frustration.
She's a hardcore monk, though.
Hardcore, you know the score.
Punchy, punchy.
Well,
Quinn.
It's not like an actual punch, it's like a side.
Yeah, like you just like
Yeah.
hit the arm, except you're doing the chest because you can't reach the
Yeah.
arms that well.
No.
Not again.
Yeah, it fucking happened again.
Okay. I don't know my time. It seems to be quite unstable. As quickly as you can, what's going on?
You disappeared on me last night. I spent the night getting soaked in the rain a little bit before we went to sleep, and we woke up this morning and there's a dead body.
Did one of us do it?
I don't know. Vistra was still upstairs when I woke up. Tara was already gone by the time I went downstairs. I don't think though she would have done
Don't start accusing me.
Okay.
it. As much as I'd like to say Jack did it, I know he didn't. He was too much. He was too interested in the food.
Okay. So, what are we doing about this murder? Are we solving it or did it just happen?
I don't know. I don't know, cause I didn't hear anything about the Doom information, did I? Last night,
No, that was
yeah.
Vistra
'cause I was talking with
and
Vera, so I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea, Sparkles, what is going on. I don't know what this weird magic shit is going on with you. I thought magic was only supposed to last maybe at most a day, not keep happening.
Those are normal spells, but if it's a curse or a magic gone wrong, it can affect for much longer.
Okay.
I suggest we regroup and I can help however I can.
Okay. I just I figured you'd have questions reappearing,
Yeah.
and I figured it was not a good spot to ask them with that woman crying right there.
So I magically appeared next to the dead body. Yeah, not the best.
No. I was a little bit away, but yeah, no. You magically suddenly appearing, and then right after the day we all showed up, it's probably not looking good.
Alright, let's get back to the group.
And where's
Question-
Vistra at this point?
chilling with the dead body,
Yeah, you
which I will.
all that conversation was happening simultaneously. Do you finding the footprints and the note?
Question: is Sir Bobbert the Third of the
Not
House
his name.
Denial on Sparkles is like anywhere on his person right now?
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's just resting on my right shoulder.
He's chilling.
I want to give him a poke.
You can't reach him. You're not
He's got a
tall.
point.
She's gonna do a flying, leaping, dancing jump and give him a poke.
I'm gonna poke and I'm gonna turn it into a tackle hug into Irid because I am glad to see him.
Aww.
Okay. Erie kind of like lunges around and realizes there's like the one hand pat too, like his other hand like he's like shocked that she's touched you. But he's like, alright, whatever.
Nice. Okay. No problem.
Tell you not to do this again, but I have a feeling it's gonna happen again.
I believe that's the case too.
Okay, let's go figure out what in the world is happening. Why are there dead bodies?
Works for me.
All right, Jack, come on. Don't look away now. Do I have to pull you by your beard, or are you going to follow?
I'll follow you.
All right. Well, there are footsteps. Try not to walk all over them. Just see where they're going. Okay.
Gotcha.
So what do we see?
Looking at the direction the footprints take. Yeah, make a survival.
I've got an investigation +5.
Yeah, make a survival check.
Make a what check? Survival. Jeez.
Survival?
Okay. Thankfully, I got 5. Okay. Oh my! I got
You
5.
suck.
That's fine. Follow the footprints. You know,
I got 9.
they start off sort of like given the soft earth from the night before. They are fairly easy to track for now. You can see that they are heading west along the road. They do in places sort of seem to disappear a little bit when it gets to the actual sort of like the slightly more well trodden road rather than the off the road slight damp earth. But they do seem to be heading west.
Okay. I guess I don't want to go too far. So I'm kind of over here now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Or here.
You'd be
Where am I?
on the outskirts of town, just on the edge of town.
Okay, so I've gone that far. Okay,
Yeah.
so if I guess that's a survival. I guess. I mean, Jack, do you have anything on you that could potentially see if we can uncover where these steps go?
Sorry, what did you want me to do? I missed that bit.
I just asked you if you had anything on you that could potentially help us investigate.
I don't know, Dan, do I?
Man, you gotta know what you got.
You'd have your eyes.
Okay.
Well, come on. I mean,
And
you
my
can.
-2 perception.
That's probably a bad thing. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna. Do you have like a looking glass or something on you? You're a jack of all trades, right?
Looking glasses are super expensive.
Yeah, so they're not cheap. They're not cheap.
Okay, so I don't then, I guess.
No.
No, you don't.
Okay, fine. I guess we'll just have to walk back. I mean, I don't mind continuing because I am a ranger by trade, so I don't mind continuing to look and see if I can find anything else. But there aren't even any trees around here for me to climb and get a better look. So I don't know. I mean, if I bent down and took a closer look at the shoes, could I at the footprints? Can I decipher if they're human, if they're heavy? Can I do that?
They are humanoid. Make an investigation check.
Okay, investigation is +5, so 1 sec. 14.
Okay. You say they are definitely humanoid. There is just one set. They do appear to be sort of like fairly light. They don't seem to be sort of like too heavy. Yeah.
Okay, so I've decided.
Judging by the feet, they are not sort of like they're not. You can tell sort of like from the feet size that they're not particularly a small human.
And not to get pedantic, but can I tell if they were running or walking? Were they? How were they kind of walking?
You can. It doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be running. It does seem to be sort of like a walking sort of imprint. There's no kind of like there's no particularly heavy sort of like set on the ball of the foot.
And I can't like tell timing or how long ago those footprints were made. All right. Okay, come on, Jack. We're going back. I don't think there's much more I can do out here, at least not with you.
Wow.
So we'll head back. We'll head back towards wherever I can see the giant Irid. So I'll just aim towards the gang wherever they are right now.
Okay. So gathered in the centre of town, so like you're all together. Dead body, footprints leading away in the direction you were actually travelling as well. What do you wish to do? Amongst the
I'll
seagulls?
relay it back to the group. I'll relay back to the group what I found. I'll be like, hey, look, so I did see some footprints. They're heading out of town the way that we were going anyway. If we're going to find whoever did this, then, you know, I believe Vistra when she says, you're a she, right?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Okay, that's a joke. So, you know, if you think it's poison, it's more than likely whoever put the poison in walked in that direction. So I don't think that they were running. So I think if they kept that pace, we'd probably catch up with them if we set off now.
I'm going to. What was the wife's name again? Priscilla.
Yeah, Priscilla.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell her that funeral preparations should be made and pray over the dead body, and then those seagulls. I can't
Yeah, I
even
told
think.
the seagulls to
No,
go
I
away.
can't,
Can you
I
make
can't
a brand?
find them.
Curse
I
the
can't
seagull.
find them in the goddamn sound.
But they
bank.
can't
Fine,
eat
you're
the
fine.
dead body yet. How's that?
And then,
Tara takes
relate
out
to
an
everyone.
arrow.
oh my
Shoot
gosh,
them.
no. And I'm gonna tell everyone that we need to catch this dude, this
Free
bro.
seagull for dinner, everyone. Got one.
Wow.
They're all gone.
I've changed sound packs. It's doing my trim. Okay. That's fine. So what do you wish to do, guys? Do you wish to? Are you following the footprints? Are you continuing on your way to the to Conthor? What are you doing?
Me and Sparkles have caught up with the group, right? We still don't know what is going on. Correct.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us really knows.
I'm actually, yeah, because I made a note earlier that I saw Irid again, and I'm like, yeah, Irid, what the hell? What are you, like, what's going on with you right now, by the way? Like, what? Yeah, what's going on? Like, do you want to tell us what's going on, Quinn?
None of us really know. It appears some wizard messed up when trying to capture me, and I keep blinking in and out of existence. Gone one moment, here the next. For me, it was just a few minutes ago I was in the inn talking to Quinn. Apparently, that's no longer the case.
Okay, well,
Can I
wouldn't
just
want to
say
be
that
ya.
was one sexy lisp?
Hey, like, kick Jack on his calf really hard.
Ouch.
Okay, no problem. What are you guys doing?
Well, I relayed back to the group that you know, I saw the
Okay.
footprints. I could tell that, you know, they weren't really moving very fast. So if we did want to figure out who it was, and I believe Vistra that it was poison, we can head off that direction anyway, and we might be able to catch up with whoever made those footprints and see what the heck is going on.
What's the goal here? Are we hoping for some kind of adventure? Are we going to negotiate with the wife to try and get some reward for finding her husband's murderer?
Wow, Jack.
What's the reason?
So-
Why are we doing this?
Sometimes you just do it because you're a nice person.
I'm not
Have
a
you
nice
thought about-
person. I need money.
You've got
These
so much
instruments
money.
aren't cheap.
Was there any signs of magic on the body? Did anyone check that?
We didn't do a magic check, no.
Make an arcana check.
I mean, there's poison. I don't think. Do you need more proof than that?
What did you say, Dan?
Make an arcana check.
Okay. I have a +5. 19.
Okay. Looking at the body, you can't sort of see any magical influence per se. the body sort of like does seem to have like sort of been dead for a few hours. There doesn't seem to be any trace of any magical effect.
Okay.
No worries. What's the plan, Batman's?
Well, for
The
one,
way I see, oh, go ahead.
we need to pay off our inn, bar, tap, whatever over at Doom's Rest, because he cleaned that up really nice, and I would feel really bad. As much as I like money, I'd feel really bad just kind of not paying him for.
I thought Shauna already paid for it and gave him a tip, or was that just a
Shauna?
meal on the
No,
first night?
I only
Wait,
spent
Tara, sorry.
Wait,
money for
I
the
thought-
meal.
I thought Jack paid for our rooms because he performed so well. Did something else happen?
You pay for the rooms. But
Yeah,
we've had some
the rooms are
meals
paid for.
sent,
The food and the
Oh.
drinks, which to be fair
and
only
we'll
come to about
spend up.
1 gold, 1 gold, 5 silver. in
Yeah,
total.
but I gave them a couple of extra gold because I felt like the guys had gone through such hardship, and
Yeah, it's fine. So
you know,
your
I
tab was paid.
I've got a bit of a
Quinn
soft spot
wouldn't
for
have
Greg.
known because she was out in the rain that night.
Yeah, your tab
Okay,
has
so
been
is
paid.
that paid off?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I was asking the group.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sure it's fine.
Okay, well, and then we need to go get Pat and Poke because I am not leaving behind an investment.
Well, I'm going to be tracking, so I'm happy to walk.
I have short legs.
That you
Nobody's
do.
touching my pony.
Would you like to take Poke the horse then Vistra instead of turning it into an elk? Because
I mean, I can turn it into an elk. It's always
we're not gonna have enough mounts though for Sparkle here.
Can I even ride the horse?
I think like
Probably
even
not.
if you stood over it, you'd literally have like 8 inches of gap between you and the horse.
Might kill the horse before before Jack kills the pony.
Ooh, a race to death.
All right, guys. Well,
Side
like I
note.
said, I'm tracking. I'm happy to walk. Leave me to it. I'm used to walking.
The way I see it, if we follow these footprints, we might also find Maria. We might be able to find
Mary?
her. Mary?
Marie.
We might be able to find her while we're searching for this guy. So I think it's really just killing 2 stones with 1 bird.
That
Has-
sounds exactly correct. Yes.
No.
Two stones with 1 bird.
All right. Well, okay.
Okay. That's fine. So you're following the tracks?
Yes,
and
we are.
following
What
the
time of day
tracks.
is it now? It's morning, right? It's just as we were having breakfast.
2 seconds, sorry.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no. He didn't mute? I hope he's okay.
Oh, poor Dan. I know.
It's terrible. I just feel like he's going to be. I hope he's going to be okay. Who rolled a 14? Did I just roll a 14? No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did that a while ago.
Yeah. Ba ba da ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba ba.
Let's see, I already noticed that he turned off the webcam.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I think we can call it quits there, right, guys?
Yeah, that's what I was just typing out.
Yeah, I think that's good enough. We'll head off and cool. Cool. So hey, just in character, hey, Quinn and Irid, like, are you guys an item now? Are you guys an item?
I'm a prince.
Gonna give.
What, princes don't get
Harsh,
horny?
man.
Oof.
That's
I mean,
not
come on,
what I
Quinn's a
was
pretty
saying.
gal. She's got 6-pack. You could handle that.
Yeah, well, I have a beard on Wednesdays, so.
My apologies.
I'm a prince, and
It's okay, Dan.
I'm pretty sure something will be arranged for me. And in
Aw.
terms of securing an alliance, that's generally what happens.
Okay, so
Wow, epitome of romance right there.
gathering pat and poke, you look to set after the tracks. Okay.
I think we're going to call it a night there, Dan.
Yeah.
So everyone can get some rest.
Not a problem. If you want to call it, that's fine. It's a clean cut leaving town.
I think it would be a wise choice. And I am Vistra the Wise.
Not a problem. Chloe, apologies for the shorter than normal episode.
No worries.
We will be back again next Tuesday, picking up from where we are, leaving Niolur, following some tracks with a dead body in your wake. So far, so good.
Sounds like a party.
It sounds like a perfect
Yes.
party.
And apparently the party thanks Quinn and Sparkles have something
Alright.
Are a thing, girlfriend.
which Quinn has kind of just given a Tara a look like what the fuck are you talking about? Because definitely not. This was more of she's known Sparkles for how long was it that we said, Tyler?
I think we had like a yearish. I think is what we
Over
were
a year. Because this group's been together for at least a couple months, is what Dan said.
Indeed.
Yeah, Tara's just giving Quinn like this kind of waggly eye, kind of waggle eyebrow kind of
Waggle,
face.
waggle.
Waggle waka waka.
Waka waka.
Oh boy.
Not a problem. But yeah, thank you.
Higgledy piggledy.
Thank you, Erin, for the 11-month resub. Thank you, JB, for a new sub. When you touch Prime sub, thank you kindly. And thank you, Zeke, for the host throughout that as well. We'll be back next Tuesday. Thank you kindly, you guys. Sorry, it's a shorter than normal session.
Night.
Good.
Good night. Take care. We'll see you soon.